Yeah, you'd asked me prior for some inside linebackers for folks to watch, and I brought 4. They're fairly high picks in terms of higher round picks. And again, the Hawks haven't always prioritized higher round picks with inside linebackers. Sometimes they have. Harold Perkins from LSU is going to be the guy on the top of most lists. Barrett Carter from Clemson. There's a lot of thought
Mm.
that he might come out this year. He didn't, so he'll be again, assuming he stays healthy, top of the list. Smail Mondon Jr., one of the great names in the draft from
Oh, yeah,
Georgia.
Georgia, yeah.
Georgia linebackers, you gotta love them. And Jay Higgins, the inside linebacker from Iowa. They tend to be able to put out a product the pros really like these days. Higgins has a lot of skills. So those are just 4 guys, sort of a slice off the top. They're almost twice that many already on my list. I have about 12
Mm.
guys already on my inside linebacker list, and it will just keep growing throughout the summer. So those are some early, like if you're fans of those teams or your team's playing one of those teams, check them out. But yeah, there'll be a lot of talk about that, and who knows, we could be talking very differently about the Seahawks linebacker situation. I really liked Jerome Baker when he was coming out.
Mhm.
I think he's going to flourish. So it might not be perceived as big a need. Right now it is because the Hawks have moved on from 2 things that fans were very familiar with, to 2 players that they're not familiar with. So I fully understand that.
And I like Baker, I do, because when you look at Miami, they didn't necessarily let Baker go because of another reason other than the cap situation there was in a little bit of
Sure.
some tight nature. I mean, they're paying Xavier and he's on the roster, so it seemed like it was outside to just he's not a good player. We're letting him go now. Kid's only
Oh
like
no,
21 years old.
no, it wasn't because he's not a skilled player. It's a decision about where they were going to prioritize dollars on that defense for sure.
Right, right. So I still like and Dotson the same way. We finally got his chance after having to sit behind Matt Milano and the other kid they had out there for a while, Edmonds, I think, out there. So now that's not always when you're having to sit behind 2 really good guys doesn't mean you're bad. It's like the Texas running back situation. Every year you'd be like the third Texas running back coming out. It's like, yeah, but I'm not the top 10
I'm
pick,
still a running back at Texas.
Yeah, yeah. Ain't that worth something? Come on, that's
Oh
worth a
yeah,
fourth
it
rounder
is.
at least.